Hello, fellow preppers. 'Tis I, the rumpled one. Why we prepare? Boy, 2017's been quite the year for disasters. I mean, right now we've got wildfires eating up California again, just ravaging the place. Puerto Rico, they got pummeled by Maria. Texas got pummeled by Hurricane Harry, I think it was. But there's something that's common through these disasters. You watch the news, and it's something that you need to learn and internalize. You see these people there, they've got hit with a disaster, and they're on the TV saying, where's the government? Why aren't they here? Why aren't they this? Why aren't they that? And they go, and they're not telling us anything. The lessons to be taken from this are, number one, you're on your own. I've said it before, yo-yo. You're on your own. Don't expect the government to come in. Don't expect FEMA. Don't expect any of these people to come in. And when they do, it's going to be a snafu. It's just not going to be done right. They've had decades to figure it out, and they still ain't figured it out. So you're on your own. You better be prepared. You better have what you need readily available. It's just that simple. Don't wait for the government, because you might die first, literally. Okay. Second thing, don't expect any information. It's a disaster. Lines of communication are probably severed. Information is going to be more on the rumor than the fact side. And the government, they're not going to tell you anything because they don't want you to know. It's just that simple. So as preppers, as survivalists, as homesteaders, as off-gridders, I don't care what label you use. Fact of the matter is you're on your own. Now, the people that I just talked about, the preppers, survivalists, et al., most of us know that. We realize it. Maybe some of the new people, they haven't quite internalized that. But so this message is to you. You need to internalize it. You're on your own. Okay? And once again, the information is just not going to be there. So don't expect, all these broadcasts or pamphlets to be dropped out of the sky telling you what's going on. It's not going to happen. This isn't really a put down of the government, because basically it's not their responsibility. But there's just too many people who believe that that's one of the functions of government, to help in case of a disaster. Sure, they have some responsibility. They do have some duties to perform. But you as an individual, you have something called self-responsibility. Your self-preservation is in your interest. That's your self-interest. When the stuff hits the fan, it's going to pretty much be everybody for themselves at first, then after they take care, then you can come and form a community, a neighborhood, whatever you want to call it. But, while this stuff is happening out there, it's every man, woman, and child for themselves. I mean, just don't expect help. If it gets there, it's going to get there too late. I mean, that's just the facts. You don't believe me? Then look at the documentaries, watch the videos on YouTube, watch the news releases, and you'll see. I mean, it's just that simple. Just make sure that wherever you go, if you need medication to sustain your life that you have to take on a regular recurring basis, like every day or whatever, make sure you always have at least a week's supply with you. Because when you leave your house and go, you expect to come back. But you see, when you have a disaster, you might not be able to get back, and you don't want to be there with your, medicine at home. So just, if that's all you pack, that might be the difference between life and death. I mean, sure, you need to be able to keep warm and dry, have a way to filter water, because you're not going to be able to take much water, not at 8 pounds a gallon. Most people just aren't that physically fit. Let's just be, let's just lay it out there. Most people are not physically fit, okay? So, you see all these different bug out bags and all this other stuff people trying to sell you. What I tell people to do, it's real simple. Watch their advertisement, look at their list. They usually tell you what's in there. Then you take that's your checklist. Go in your house, in your garage, your workshop, whatever. See the items that you have, gather them up, and then the ones you don't, then you go out and that's what you buy. Chances are you probably don't have a Sawyer water filter, okay, that you can get for 20 bucks. No, I don't own stock in Sawyer, but you can get one for 20 bucks. Filters 100,000 gallons. It's good for up to 100,000 gallons, which is more than enough water for you and your family, okay? That's number one. Number two, you probably don't have an N95 dust mask or something, better, or N100. So you need to get one of those, at least one, actually get two for every member of your family. Because if, with preppers, one is none, two is one, okay? So, that's my advice. It's just practical, realistic advice, because there's just so much BS put out there. I mean, it's like you've heard me talk about it before. So many people, have this Rambozo mindset. They think they're going to be Rambo. I mean, if you get lost and you have a compass, then you're an idiot. If you have a compass, you should never be lost, okay? So, the people who are going to need those bushcraft skills are probably, if you're going to go hunting or hiking or skiing and you're out in the wilderness, maybe just you or you and one other person, and then you get lost or trapped. Well, one, if you get lost, that's on you because you should never get lost. Two, if you get trapped for some reason, that's when you might need those bushcraft skills. But I mean, in hurricanes and in floods and in earthquakes, you're not really going to need all those bushcraft skills. I mean, that's just something else. They're almost romanticizing disasters, trying to separate you from your hard-earned dollars. And I'm saying, just be practical. Look at the news documentaries. Look at what these people are doing, how they're surviving. Because if you're in that situation, you'll probably have to do the same thing. And look, see what mistakes they make so you don't make those same mistakes. It's just that simple. Now, all the, prepper vendors are going to hate me, and probably this video might even get pulled or something. I don't know. But I'm just trying to be real here. So that being said, once again, if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail.